Hey guys, welcome to Lindsay's Lounge. My name is Lindsay. Tonight we have the top 12 guys perform on American Idol, their first try, trying to impress all of America. So let's get down to business and start talking about them so I can fit everybody in. First up was Todrick Hall. He is 24 from Texas. He sang Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone. Weird song choice. Didn't think that he was going to go in the direction that he did with it either. It was a horrible, horrible remix. It sounded like it was a bad 80s one-hit wonder, I thought. I don't know if that was his idea to do that arrangement or if it was the band's, but kind of a complete mess. It just like the awkward dancing and everything just didn't work for him. He comes from like a theater background, so he needs to get out of like the theater mindset and more into like a TV is going to be like close up on your face kind of mindset. So I don't know. I don't think he did enough to keep him through for the next round, though, for tomorrow. I think he's definitely in danger of being kicked off. Next up, we had Aaron Kelly, who's that cute little 16-year-old kid. He's from Pennsylvania. He sang Here Comes Goodbye by Rascal Flatts. I really enjoyed his performance. I thought he did a pretty good job. I think that the pop country arena is going to be right up his alley. I hope he kind of sticks with that genre. It was a very solid performance. A couple of pitch problems, but nothing major. His stage presence definitely could use a little bit of work, but that will come with time. So overall, I thought he did a pretty good job. I was pleasantly surprised with him. And then we had Jermaine Sellers, who is from Joliet, Illinois, which is not too far from where I am. So I really want to get behind him. We've got 3 Chicago guys this year, so I'm really excited about that. But I really want to get behind him, but I just can't. His like attitude over Hollywood Week that he tried to kind of overcome tonight, and I don't think that really worked. He's older than me though, so that's a plus. But he sang a song called Get Here, a song I wasn't familiar with, and it was just really horrible. His mic seemed to be kind of off for the first 30 seconds. I think he was using just his mic that he uses when he was talking to the judges after his performance, because they always wear 2 mics. And then when the mic really came on, it was like full of pitch problems, like pitch problem after pitch problem. It was just like shrill and shrieky and just unenjoyable. I was just waiting for that performance to end pretty quickly. If I didn't think that it had any melody, and it was just horrible. So I think he might be in danger of being sent home tomorrow too. Tim Urban was the next contestant to sing. He sang Apologize by One Republic. He was the last minute addition to the top 24 after Chris Golightly got kicked out for having a record contract. Really glad that he got kicked out because he's turned out to be some kind of asshole after all of this media surrounding him, holding a press conference and everything, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, Tim Urban sang Apologize, One Republic. To make this song believable, I think you really do need to play an instrument with it, and he didn't. Whether or not he can play an instrument, I'm not sure, but it just was just all over the place. Like I think it was Simon that said, his falsetto just was not happening. So I think a song or a band that he could definitely do this kind of in the same vein as One Republic is Lifehouse. I think if he had sang a song by them, that he would definitely have had a much more positive response from the judges. But I think, as Ellen pointed out, his personality and his looks will get him through to next week for sure. Don't think he'll crack the top 12 though. Okay. Joe Munoz was next. He was one that we really didn't see a whole lot of during Hollywood Week. So I really had no idea what to expect when he came up on stage. He sang You and I by Jason Mraz. The first part of his performance I really didn't like all that much. He was doing this weird, like, creepy stare into the camera that was kind of off-putting and just I didn't like that. And then it was very boring. But then when he stood up and started getting into the music a little bit more, like, I was able to pay more attention to his voice. And he definitely has a really good voice. I was really liking it. So I think in general it was a solid performance. Because he didn't get so many very much screen time, he might be in danger of getting voted off tomorrow night. But hopefully his song and the performance will pull through for him. Because after that initial, like, creepiness and boring part of the performance. Like the back 2/3 of it I thought were pretty solid. Next, we had Tyler Grady, who is only 20. I definitely thought he was like 26 or something. He sang American Woman, and he was one that I was excited to see what he was gonna do tonight. And it just was not an absolute terrible mess, but very close. He's too focused on the persona that the media and the blogs have kind of built up for him. He needs to step back from that, not read the blogs, not watch YouTube videos, people like me talking about him, not, read anything, listen to anything. He just needs to focus on his singing. And if he does that, and pays more attention to, like the tone of his voice and making sure he hits every note, he might be able to do okay. But in general, I was not digging this performance. It was very indulgent, very flat. And these big personas that he's trying to emulate, like the Doors, the Who, Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, he does not have the chops to back up the way that he's acting. So he's another one that I think might be getting sent home tomorrow night, but we'll see. Lee DeWyze was next. He is from Mount Prospect, Illinois. It says he was from Chicago, but I know for a fact he's from Mount Prospect. He sang Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. When we saw him in Hollywood Week, I was not the hugest fan of his voice. I'm still not quite there yet. I would like to be. I would really like to be a big Lee fan. I don't think the song was quite the right song for him. I think like a Daughtry or a David Cook would suit his voice. Something with a little more husk in the song will fit him better. So I think he's definitely going to get through. He definitely was by far not nowhere near the worst of the night, so I think he will be okay, and we'll be able to see what he can give for us for next week. John Park, another Chicago boy. He's from Northbrook. I was really looking forward to seeing him. He sang God Bless the Child. I thought it was very amateurish at the beginning. He kind of, these people are getting more, after 30 seconds or so, they're getting more comfortable with it. So then it started to pick up, and I got into it a little bit more, but it was like weird phrasing. But he definitely ended the note or the song on a very high note, as in like a good note. So I think that will enable him to get through to the next round. And he's pretty cute, so I think a lot of the girls will vote for him just based on that. Michael Lynch was one that, everybody loves. Big Mike, his wife gave birth during Hollywood Week. He's 26, personal trainer. He sang This Love by Maroon 5 with a guitar. I had low hopes for this performance, and he definitely went far and above any of my expectations. So good for him. I definitely had a lot of fun watching his performance, and that's what I love about American Idol, is just being able to have fun watching these performances, and he definitely emulated that. And his voice is a lot stronger than I thought it initially, so he definitely proved me wrong, and for sure he's going through. He's definitely in the top 12, no question about that. Then we had Alex Lambert, not Adam Lambert, Alex Lambert. He is a 19-year-old high school student from Texas. He sang What a Wonderful World. His voice is so current. I think of any of the contestants, boys or girls, he's definitely the most current sounding, so he has a lot going for him. He was very nervous, but I loved his performance. He was one that we didn't hear anything about during Hollywood Week, except for when he was being bitched out by Mary Powers. But I'm really, really excited about this kid, and I think that he's going to go very far in this competition and do very well. And then we had Casey James, who's 27, and he sang Heaven by Brian McAdams with the guitar. I felt bad for him because Kara was kind of being a total bitch during his performance and like screaming out while he was singing, so it got off to a rocky start, but I think he held his own and was able to compose himself while he was performing and, bring it back in and bring it together and pull off a pretty good performance despite all of the distractions that were going on around him. So yeah, back from when he first auditioned, I'm not the hugest fan of his, but he definitely can sing, and I think he's much better to watch and much more enjoyable when he's behind the guitar as opposed to just standing and singing like we saw during Hollywood Week. So if he always brings the guitar, I think I'm going to enjoy his performances. And we had, last but not least, Andrew Garcia. He sang Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. This song holds such a special place in my heart. It just brings back so many memories for me from back when I was in college, good and bad. So I don't care what the judges say. I really liked his performance and, just all these emotions that I was feeling when I was watching this performance. Definitely not as good as his Paula Abdul song, but I think he's definitely going through the top 12. Just very excited to see what else he'll bring. I only have like 20 seconds left, so I just want to say that we will see you all tomorrow night. I think that the people in danger of going home tomorrow for the guys are Todrick, Jermaine, and Tyler. So we'll see which one of those guys are getting the axe. Maybe two of them, maybe one of them, maybe none of them. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.